Hate Army General saying hate Army shit. Hate Army. If your name is Hate Army, cool. I can't wait to see what it looks like. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. This was probably, in my recent memory of Christmases that I could lay out and say, you know, here's what I did. Probably the best Christmas I've had that I can remember, you know. Because people say, well, what are your favorite memories of Christmas as a kid? Well, I remember the food in the house, which I've told you guys about many times. I remember 2 Christmases that were my favorites. There was the one when I got my Super Nintendo, which is my favorite. My second favorite is when I got the Eternia playset. That was a He-Man playset. And my dad and I spent most of the day setting it up in the attic and playing with all these toys in the attic. A big setup and everything. It was really fun. And those will always those memories will always resonate with me, right? But as an adult, I don't really know if I've ever really had like adult memories of Christmas that were that great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I try every year. Like last year, it was a disaster. All I remember about Christmas 2021 was we made this big roast. It took all day. At the end of the day, we go to eat it. It's disgusting. And we ended up trying to order pizza, and a teenager laughed at us and kept us on hold for 20 minutes and never came back. And we had to order Chinese food 2 days in a row, which I didn't really particularly feel like. I didn't really enjoy. So that's the memory of Christmas 2021 that stands out in my mind. This year, because it was such a nice, homey, stay home, do fun things with the family, relax, nothing went wrong, the weather was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Christmas will stay in my mind and resonate with me for a very long time. Because as I've told you guys, Christmas Day, without me, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to, you know, say this or build this up for sympathy. Please understand. Very matter-of-factly, Christmas Day is the only day in my entire year, outside of if I'm sick and I take a sick day, which is insanely rare, that I just get to relax. Yesterday, I did not have to go grocery shopping. I did not have to go to a vet. I did not have to go to a doctor's appointment or a lawyer's appointment or anything else. I didn't have to go pick up things for the house. I didn't have to run any errands or go to the pet store. I literally had an entire day to stay home. I didn't have to worry about work. I didn't care about posting up YouTube shorts or what uploads were working or anything like that. It was a day where I could 100% just enjoy the day with my family. And that is such a rarity. Once a year, 365 days a year, one day out of 365 I get to do that. And it's Christmas Day. And it was such a good day because it really did feel pretty much stress-free for me. And, you know, I'll be honest, because a lot of people say, well, what are your goals for the future? I know my goal for the future is to be able to at least do that like once a month, right? Like if I could have one day a month where I can unplug from everything and just say, let me have a day with my family, right? That would be amazing. That would probably mean the world. It would give me mental rest. It would give me physical rest. You know what I mean? And I don't get that. Right now, I'm in a situation I must be here all the time, 6 days a week, full-time streaming to make ends meet. And if I'm not, I can't afford stuff. All right? I'm hoping things will get better. I'm hoping that with the future coming, you know, hopefully things are going to get better. You know, I'm approaching more time passing since my financial woes happened. And that would mean that hopefully within the next, you know, couple of years, maybe I can refinance my home. I don't know. It's all up to the banks or credit unions, how quickly they would be able to grant me anything like that. But I feel like if I could get to that point, if I can maintain where I am right now with the streams and everything online, correct? If everything can stay the same, nothing tanks. I'm not looking for it to grow. I'm just looking for it to stay the same. So if everything stays the same as it is right now, and as time passes, you know, the sins of the past will be forgiven. Likely, I'll be able to do things like, you know, refinance my home or something like that. I'm going to be in a much better position, you know. I'm going to not have these lingering financial things over my head anymore. I'm going to be able to have anything that's back owed paid, and I'll just have one big mortgage I'm paying or whatever, and that's it. And maybe I'd be able to actually do some things that I've wanted to do for a very long time, right? And I haven't been able to do. For example, I have a bathroom that's broken down and doesn't work. And it's been like that for a year, All right, it happened last fall. My shower started leaking. I looked into it and I found that there was a whole leak in the wall that was corroding the pipe and was destroying the wall. At the same time, the tiles on the floor started to crack. I looked into that and I found out the sealant on the shower had been worn out for over a year, and the water had been seeping into the side of the shower and destroyed the wood under the shower. So not only did I have a whole corroded pipe in the wall that needs to be replaced, I probably have flooring under the shower that needs to be repaired and replaced. You're talking thousands of dollars of repair. Guess what I can't do? So I have a bathroom that only gets used for the sinks. We brush our teeth. My wife does her makeup in there. That's it. It's basically an unused bathroom because I don't have money to fix that, you know, and it sucks, you know. Hopefully it's not moldy. I guarantee you it's moldy. I 100% guarantee you there's mold in there, right? But I haven't used it now for a year, thankfully, so now it's all dry, but still, you know, what am I going to do? I don't have money for it, you know? I have a broken toilet. That toilet's been broken since 2017. I don't need it because I have 2 other toilets in the house, but I've had a broken toilet that maybe I could fix it, you know? I have a kitchen that looks like shit. My kitchen is falling apart. I'm not even kidding you. I never told you this story because people will make fun of me. But allow me to tell you a story. So last year, my wife was getting ready to go to work one day, and she's getting everything ready, and she had her purse on her. Her purse strap swung over and caught onto a handle on one of our drawers in the kitchen. She walks, and as she's walking, our drawers are so shitty because they're all fiberboard. They're the cheapest kind you can get. There's not real wood. It's all junk, composite garbage, okay? Her strap from her purse was stronger than the wood in our drawer, and the drawer ripped off the front and broke. I want you to think about this. The fucking strap of a purse was stronger than the material that makes up the drawers in our cabinets in our kitchen. And the thing went snap and just fell into pieces. Okay? Have we fixed it? No. Because I'm not going to buy another fiberboard piece of shit. And we said, just one of the projects we want to do long term is we want to, you know, we want to improve our kitchen. Our kitchen is shitty. It's really like low grade nonsense. You know, you could tell when this house was built in the 1990s. And when they built it, they set it up as a starter house. Everything in this house is kind of like a starter setup. And then what you would do is you would improve it over the years. Well, the people who owned this before me didn't improve shit. They just left it to kind of like fall apart. So everything in the kitchen is now starting to wear out and fall apart. And we would like to fix that. And of course, the one big thing that you guys know about, several months ago, our dishwasher broke. And the dishwasher broke on our day off and it leaked all over our kitchen. The whole kitchen was a fucking lake. And we had to soak it all up, and I had to drain it and unplug it from everything. And we haven't had any money whatsoever to replace it. We looked into repairing it, and the repair for it at a minimum would be $200 to $300. But a new dishwasher costs $500 to $600. Why are you going to pay $300+ to repair something you can just replace for a couple hundred more? It doesn't make sense. So, we're hoping that we're going to be able to get a new dishwasher at some point. But you see, all this stuff compiles. You got a broken bathroom. You got a broken fucking drawer in the kitchen. You got a dishwasher that's busted. You got all this shit going on. And, you know, it sucks. And I'm hoping that if we can just maintain, if I can keep everything how it's going. I'm not looking for growth. I'm not looking to get popular on the internet and become a rich dude. I just need to keep everything at the level it is. And if I keep it the level it is, then hopefully maybe 2023, if not 2024, because, you know, these things take time. And it's going to take a lot of faith, you know, a company to look at me and say, hey, here's a guy who declared bankruptcy years ago, but he's been fine since then. His business is doing good. Look at the financials of the business and everything. And maybe we trust him and we finance his mortgage because I have a lot of equity in this house that's completely untapped and unused because what happened, you know, with the bankruptcy. So if that can happen, you know, that'd be great. And then I can actually not only pay all the shit that I owe to people, and then I'm you know, fair ground with everyone, starting clean, and then I can, you know, look into maybe fixing stuff in the house and stuff. That'd be amazing, you know, and that would be such a big relief for me to only have to worry about the one big mortgage payment a month and not have to worry about, oh, I gotta pay this, oh, there's this back payment here, there's this payment here, and then it would make everything so streamlined. I wouldn't be, every week, it wouldn't be me, oh my God, guys, if I don't make enough money on streams this week, I can't pay my bills and shit. I wouldn't ever be talking about that. You know, it would be a completely different life situation for me. And that's where I'm hoping to get. And I think if I can do that within the next 1 to 2 years, then Christmas Day that I just had that was amazing could actually happen maybe once a month. Having a day like that once a month where I can just take an extra day off from streaming to have time with my family. That would be, you know, amazing. Absolutely amazing. See? So I guess we'll see what happens, right? I got to, again, it's about keeping the faith, being patient, staying the course, not making mistakes, keeping things that how good they're going. You know what I'm saying? It's all about those things. And that's what I hope for in the future. You know, 'cause people ask me all the time, well, what's your plans for the future? What do you want to do? Obviously, I want to do bigger and better stuff here on YouTube, right? I already have some good plans for 2023, things that I'm interested in doing and everything. But, you know, we got to see what happens. Hopefully I can maintain how things are going and maybe even expand and improve a little bit more here or there. This year was a good thing for that for sure. If you take a look, right? This year was amazing what we did. You know, with all the new content and everything that we did this year. Awesome, right? And, you know, just I'm feeling very positive now about the future. Where at one point I was kind of worried. I was worried that there was like some looming shit. You know, and at this point I think I'm all right. It's just I gotta be patient. It's very hard to be patient when you've been patient a long time and still nothing comes of it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the patience will pay off, and eventually better things are coming. And then, you know, if you haven't noticed, in the last month to month and a half, I've changed my attitude on the streams. I've been trying to be more positive, more focused towards the content and us having a good time. And I'm not mentioning money, and I'm not mentioning this and that, and I'm doing it on purpose. Because I figure the less you guys know about this shit, the better. Why constantly, every day, be telling you guys about, oh, I need this to pay this bill and this? It's ridiculous, right? If I can keep that shit off my streams, instead just be about the content and the fun quality of what we're doing together, then all that support should just come naturally, correct? And it did. Take a look at how nice things have been over the last several months. People have been incredibly supportive. I think people appreciate the fact that I'm not just harping on this shit constantly. I'm going to do my best about that. I am. I'm going to try to keep that going in the next year, okay? And I hope that you guys appreciate that. And, you know, this is a rare time because I was reflecting on Christmas. I talked a little bit about it, but now we move on, and, that, you know, that's it. Now we have a good time today, right? I'm excited for the future. I really am. Main Vega did a super chat to talk shit to me, saying that all I do all day is play video games, just relax. Yes, because I sit on stream and play video games all day, that means that there could be absolutely no personal stresses in my life. There's absolutely no way that I could have any kind of fatigue of any type. I mean, it's one of the most ignorant, dumb mindsets you could possibly have, to think that someone has a job that very much is a job, but is different from what you would consider something mainstream accepted as a job, that somehow they could never have any kind of hardship and, oh my God, you know, make fun of them because they think, oh, they're a sissy because they have stress. All right. I'm literally here 6 days a week all day. I get maybe an hour to 2 hours a day to even spend any kind of time with my wife. Half of that isn't even meaningful time because we're busy running around doing things in the house. And then when I get my day off, literally more than half of the day off every week is running errands and the like. There's very little meaningful time that we really get to spend together because I'm in here 6 days a week full-time working. And if you don't understand that, then I can't help you. You will be ignorant forever. If you don't understand, it doesn't matter what kind of work you do, that it's the frequency and the amount of work, not necessarily the kind of work, that determines the level of stress, right? You could be someone who literally your job is to sit here and push this button all day. Right? But if it's your job to literally just sit here and push this button all day, that's still your job. It may be enjoyable. Maybe you like Westerns, right? But it's your job. And listen, I love my job. I love hanging out with you guys. But at the same time, I want more time to relax. I want more time to spend with my family, you know? People make fun of me for calling it my family. That my wife and cat are not a family. Fuck you. You want to talk about ignorant? That's the definition of fucking ignorance. If you don't understand that just because I don't have a kid, somehow I don't have a family. You're out of your mind. Really. And if you believe that right now, you should really seek help. You're a moron. Just look up what the term family means, and immediately you see how dumb you are, okay? But that's the point I'm making is people have these weird misconceived notions about, oh, you don't have a real job. You can't ever complain about that. You don't actually have a family. How could you call that? You're so ignorant. Really. Going through life as dumb as you really must be a rough one. You must have a rough time trying to even do basic things. Sometimes you probably try to roll out of bed. You end up rolling in the toilet, you know? I mean, holy shit, to be so close-minded, I can't imagine being so judgmental and being so stupid that this is how you go through life. And, you know, some people are just that dumb and you can't really help them, right? I don't know what else to say. You know, go ahead and be dumb as shit. And, you know, I can't, you know, but for those of us who actually have brains in our heads, you know, you understand that everything can be stressful. Listen, do I have an incredibly stressful job? Not really. It's really everything that comes with it. It's all the other shit that's kind of destroyed me behind the scenes that's been more stressful for me than what happens here on my job on camera. And that's really where it adds up. And that's why I want time to relax, and I don't get it, right? So that's what I'm aiming for. I would, again, if I could have more days like Christmas was moving forward in the future, man, that would be amazing. And that's what I'm going to work towards. Okay?